Welcome and welcome back, my dear Taropals, to another Pick a Card reading. This is the part 3 of our 2024 annual readings. The first one was the major themes and events of the year. The second part was everything about your love life, your relationships. And the third one, which is our final installment of 2024 readings, is all about your career, money, finances, your prosperity, your abundance, what lies in store for you. I have also planned to include remedies at the end of every pile. So do wait for that at the end of your reading, basis what cards we see. Quick update also on the year's astrological events is what we're going to shortly cover. I am also on Instagram, wherein I post different content that does not show up on YouTube. There's a reel I have already shared on certain things that you should be mindful of in the year 2024 to make it the best for you. The year is ruled by Saturn, which has a pretty strong rapport in the world of astrology. It is the taskmaster. He is the planet is all about success, foundation, discipline. Yes, it can bring in some tough lessons, but it is the tough love planet. It does not bring anything into your life without the purpose of leaving you with certain good things. So it is needless, even before I flip the cards and see this through, it is going to be a year wherein we are going to be challenged to work hard. We are going to be asked to push our boundaries. We are going to be needing a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, more than any other year to succeed. But if we are able to prove to the planet of Saturn that we are ready for what it takes, we are ready to invest, it will leave us by the end of the year with some beautiful blessings for sure. Some quick updates also. If you'd like to book a personal paid reading with me, there's an email address in the description box below. Feel free to drop me an email. You can also send me a DM on Instagram. Please be aware of any kind of an imposter or fraud that happens on these platforms. I will never reach out to you myself. I will never ask you for your bank details. I don't solicit readings. No genuine reader will ever do that. Okay, so be careful of that. If you'd like to support the channel through any other means, there's also a PayPal account. If you'd like to leave me a tip there for the beautiful readings that you're seeing, always appreciated, never expected. Thank you so much for everybody who already does that. A shout out to you guys who've sent me goodies through tarot cards, through PayPal tips. I genuinely do appreciate it. It keeps me motivated. Without much ado, you'll find all the details in the description box. Like I said, don't miss out on the previous readings. Let us quickly get into the 3 piles that we've made. There's of course an image selection that you could do, which is already on the thumbnail. I hope you've noted that. In case you're drawn to more than one pile, which is absolutely normal, this is a general reading. We're reading for a large number of people. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You can feel free to be drawn to more than one pile as well. So if you're drawn to it, listen to both the readings. I am already pulled to more than one. So I'm excited to see what this brings in. If you want more time, feel free to pause the video. And I'll see you in pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1. As I record this, Pluto has just moved into Aquarius. It is the sign that rules power, transformation, death, destruction. These outer planets play a large role in our community level of living, our governments, our authority figures at the large scale, economics, which of course then plays into how we live our day-to-day lives, right? So with Pluto moving into Aquarius, Aquarius is all about the masses. Aquarius is about the common man. Aquarius is about humanitarian causes. And Saturn, the planet that rules this year, is all about blessing those who are giving back to the community. So as a general theme for all 3 piles, I definitely want to highlight this. More than any year ever, this year, if you earn 10 rupees, please don't hold back in at least giving back 1 rupees to the community back. It will come back to you in 10 folds. If somebody can help, you can help someone in any form or shape, go ahead and do that. Be very mindful of egotistical patterns that you've been tapped into, because the Aquarius will challenge it, and it will challenge it on the face and at a public forum altogether. Okay, Jupiter is also moving, changing signs. Around the middle of the year, it moves to Taurus, which is again an earth sign. 2 of the main strong planets are moving into fixed signs. If you note it, Aquarius and Taurus are both fixed signs, so there's going to be an air of everybody believing that what they think is the only way to go for it, and those who will proceed and progress and gain the most would be the kind of people who have the patience to see through other people's perspective, to not get hyper aggressive, to take the blessings of Jupiter in Taurus, which by the way is a wonderful placement, depending on where Taurus fits into your chart, of course. That's another thing to keep in mind. It is going to give us the opportunity to build a legacy, and this is a year of long-term gains. This is not a year of short-term lottery wins. That's not what I foresee happening for most of us in this year. Okay, with that said, let's jump right into your cards. We will first look at your oracle cards, and then we look at your tarot cards as well. Basis what the reading gives us, we'll try to cover any general remedies. Of course, I'm going to be only sticking to general remedies. If you're looking for something more personalized, you can always book a reading with me. We are going to first look at this image, and this image in itself gives me a lot of answers. Look at the simplicity of this. Okay, he's a saint, he's a sage, he's wise, but there's a certain amount of calm, there's a certain amount of simplicity that you instantly notice about this image. I'm also very drawn to his feet. Saturn does rule also our feet. This is a year wherein the very first remedy I want to give you guys, pile number 1, which is coming in very strongly. When you start your day, try to take the blessings of an elderly or a guru, like literally by touching their feet. If you're an Indian, you know this pretty well, that we do have this concept of, touching someone's feet and taking their blessings is the way we connect to the divine of another person. Each of us hold the divine energy and we bow to the divinity in another and we take their blessings. So this is a year, try to take blessings of those who are elder to you, who hold a certain amount of wisdom, and it will play an impact in your day-to-day life. Okay, I'm going to turn this and see what the blessings right away are. Okay, I'm excited for that. Receiving charity, I mean, come on, we just talked about that. Resisting cheats and tricksters, being charitable in the right spirit, ability to use trickery for a good cause. What a beautiful message to start off with. We just talked about this. This is also a year because Saturn brings us hard lessons. If this is a year to be mindful of shortcuts in money, of get-rich schemes, of people who are trying to say that, oh, this is taking so long, I know a better way, or you trying to. This is a year more than ever. Do not try to play with the law. Do not try to. Get away with something like, let's say you're an entrepreneur and you know that there's a certain license needed to get something done. No matter what your people tell you, please ensure that you're sticking with what the law has asked you to do, that you're ticking all the boxes when it comes to making sure that you have done your due diligence when you're signing a contract or you're getting involved with someone else. That's the, I know these are general things that apply every year, but this is a year wherein if you don't, luck is not going to be on your side and it's just going to come back and bite you. Okay. If you are somebody who is in need of any form of help from your larger community, help could be in many ways, right? You need people to promote your social media platform more, or you need business to come in from a certain sector for community. This is a year wherein help will be received by you, pile number 1. Stay open to it, stay humble towards it, okay? Which is why, again, I'm going back to my first message. This is a year, guys, give back in whatever capacity you can. You can volunteer, you can talk about causes that you care about. Help can be done in so many ways, right? Let's dive right into your oracle cards first and see what comes up. We leave the tarot aside. We have worth. You have been worthy to belong, love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, your love itself. I love this. Okay. We have divine flow and the lotus energy coming in. A lot of messages of symbolism for you, pile number 1. The pink lotus, I think, comes up in many of my readings, and I'm going to touch upon that as well. The tiger rules Chitra Nakshatra, Vishakha Nakshatra. These are some of the animal symbols that the tiger also governs. We'll see the third one, which is guidance, and look at that beautiful artwork and that boat. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. Okay, first off, what's coming in is that for this pile, you are going to attract a mentor, a guru, a financial guide of some kind who will help you navigate through what you're going, okay? That's one message that's definitely coming in for you. You're going to have the authority figures, the leaders who have the right knowledge, and you need to believe in their knowledge as well. It goes two ways, right? Who will guide you. This is not a year wherein you take up too many financial goals at the same time. So if, let's say, your biggest goal of this year is to save, I'm just giving random numbers, $5,000, then you pick one or two main things that you want to achieve this year, or maybe you want to save more, or maybe you want to get more financially hygienic, you want to keep a tap of where your money is going. Keep one or two actionables that you're focusing on in this year, and instead of going all over the place, Just focus on those 3 things and make that happen, okay? Don't get rigid around how do you make it happen. Allow yourself to experiment different ways of getting something done. Allow yourself to know that even when you fail, you're still worthy. Don't be scared of trying something new or failing at all. This is a year wherein I don't want, a lot of astrologers sometimes get into a fear-mongering of, oh, it's a year of Saturn, be very mindful. Yes, be mindful of trickery. Yes, be mindful of getting into an egoistic mode. Yes, be mindful of not giving back to the community and becoming very selfish. But Saturn is a year wherein it is all about learnings. It is all about making mistakes. The taskmaster is only going to be able to teach you something when you have the ability to take that beginner's mindset and jump into something, okay? For many of you this year, do not hold back from asking for what you deserve. This could be in the sense of, your annual appraisals, or a promotion you want, or you're signing a contract with a client, or you're just out of college and you want to, get into that dream job of yours. Believe that you're worthy, okay? Don't cut yourself short of asking for what you want. Yes, stay flexible. If the answer comes back as no, you may want to then give a considered response back. But this is not a year to say, oh, you know what, maybe it's a tough year, I should just ask 15% less than what I would have wanted, and be okay with it. You never know how the other person is going to react to you. You never know what they're ready to give back to you, okay? This is also a year wherein I would strongly recommend you, pile number 1s, if you could connect to water and the energy of water in any way possible. Keep a little water fountain in your desk, okay, at your work desk. It keeps the chi flowing, the energy flowing. Remember to not over-attach yourself to a particular outcome. That is also very strongly coming in. Some of you may be also asked to support animal causes, which is again another beautiful cause that can get you into the flow of divine abundance, divine flow, helping some form or shape. I'm also seeing a forest for you guys. I don't know if some of you are also in some form of a field or occupation that is linked to forest. Some of you may be planning to become an IPS or an IAS officer. If you are, this is going to be a year wherein you will have the right teachers, the right guidance to help you clear through the examinations or the process of it, okay? I'm excited to see what your tarot cards have to say, and we'll of course link that in as the cards play along. This also is a message here, pile number 1s. In any form, when you're looking at your career prospects or your financial aspects, don't just look at how much money am I going to make it. Ask yourself, how much value add does it bring in when it comes to my overall sense of knowledge and knowing about things, okay? Will this project, will this job, will this degree help me gain a certain amount of self-worth, certain amount of value acquisition that somebody else cannot take away from me? It's not just always money, right? You sometimes gain experience, you sometimes gain exposure. So say yes to those kind of experiences as well. Let's look at your tarot cards. We will take reversals today, can't speak. Okay, this is the after tarot. We have 8 of Cups reversed, okay? Some of you have been planning and some sort of an small startup or a passion project, or you're unhappy with where you are, but you've always intuitively known, like, I need to go to a better place, I don't need to go to a bigger place. Whatever is holding you back, it is time to question, is it linked to your self-worth? Are you basically just cutting yourself off the dream because you think, I'm not worth it, I'm not ready for it yet? Follow that intuitive knowing, follow that intuitive flow, and if you have a desire to get out of a toxic workplace, if you have a desire to earn money through some other second income, you don't have to leave your work right then and there. At least you can start taking the baby steps. At least you can start doing it 2 hours a day. That is that message coming in, okay? We have the Lovers reversed. We have 7 of Pentacles. We talked about patience. This year will demand tremendous patience. If you've invested in any kind of a stock market, or if you've invested, and I'm not a financial expert, remember, consult your own experts for that. I'm reading cards. This is a year to let your investments grow. Don't get panicky around, every month I need to check my portfolio. Every month I need to do something different. Stay patient, it'll grow. Stay patient with your investments. Stay patient with what you've harvested. Some of you may even getting a gain of something that you've invested in 7 years ago. This could be related to real estate or gold especially, okay? We have King of Pentacles. Who doesn't want to see that guy on a career or a prosperity reading? He has it all. He owns it all. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Gemini are 2 signs that have very strongly come in. King of Cups reversed, okay? We have Knight of Wands, and And let me see if you guys can see all the cards. 1 second, let's move the camera. Hold on a minute, I'll make space for cards. Yeah, looks like you should be able to see all the cards now. Actually, I realized for some reason we were going to draw out 8 cards. You already have 1 card extra. We'll see what that extra is. We have 3 of Swords. Okay, interesting. Knight of Wands, 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands. And the extra card is the Ace of Swords. Okay. Wow, a lot coming in. The first message I want to give is for students or anybody who is trying to appear for a competitive exam. Don't let the, it's almost like, in school we used to have these unit tests, and those were preliminary tests that before the main examination. You may not score well in the preliminary test, but don't let that demotivate you. Don't let that heartbreak demotivate you to that level that you no longer want to put efforts in it. Keep going, pile number 1 is a message I'm hearing. Keep going on the path that you are at, because at the final war, at the final exam, you will clear. This is a year wherein you'll also get a lot of mental clarity around who is really helping you, or what habits are really helping you in becoming more financially abundant, and versus where are you being your own worst enemy. Okay, it's that mental fog clearing of knowing, okay, this is the career I want to go, but I'm not doing this because of this reason. A lot of introspection, a lot of clarity around why has something not worked till date for you. Okay, that is going to come in for you, pile number 1s. This is a year, 7 of Wands always talks about winning against all odds. It's one guy fighting the whole world, but he will still win. He will win because he has the conviction. He will win because he's standing up for a value system, okay? Saturn will bless anybody who can stand up against the injustice. Saturn does not like injustice at play. And even though at that moment you may feel like you're alone, you may feel like nobody's standing with you, but when you win, everybody will, come in and kind of say, oh, you've always had this vision. You've always been smart enough to see this. So if there is a cause, if there is something at your workplace that you strongly believe in, stand up for it. Speak up for it. Confront the devil. If you have a boss who typically takes away your credit, you don't have to go fighting with them, but figure out a way of bringing out data, bringing out ways of showing the world that it is your work. Do not cut yourself short. Again, going back to that first message of your self-worth at all, okay? Be mindful of manipulation though. Very strongly coming in for pile number 1s. There are people who will try to manipulate you to give or invest money in their not so thought through plans. This could be relatives who ask you for money. This could be somebody at your friend circle who's trying to manipulate you to take up a job or not take up a job for whatever reasons. Lovers cards, talks about decisions, to be able to make a decision. And when it's reversed, it talks about, have you really thought through your decisions, or are you just going through what is impulsively seeming right? Be mindful of past traumas or fears coming up and holding you back from saying yes to an opportunity. Just because 5 years ago you could not clear the interview of an organization, let's say this comes up again. I'm giving examples, take it as it fits in for you. Doesn't mean that you can't clear that interview this year. Just because something happened wonderfully 5 years ago doesn't mean that that sector or that industry is still going to work out for you now. So the past is not where you learn your, where you compare your present with. That is a message coming in. Whether it comes to money investment, career choices you're making, ask yourself where you are today. Ask yourself where do you want to go? What resources do you have access to? And are you really ready to move ahead? And if you are, no matter who tries to talk you out of it, no matter who tries to tell you, oh, it's not going to work out, you're just daydreaming, this is not how it's going to flow, don't allow anybody to hold you back from it, okay? Any kind of a past loss you will also heal from. So let's say you've been in, you've had a long debt for someone else's wrongdoing, or you have been suffering financially because somebody else made a bad decision. That happens. Our family, our close ones can affect our financial health. You're going to start recovering. It is the after tarot. So I've used this because it talks about 1 second after the Rider's Waite deck, okay? In the three of Swords, the swords have now been removed. The person is healing, but the healing starts with the mind. Ask yourself what kind of an emotional relationship do I hold with money, abundance, and prosperity? Do I think all rich people are mean? Do I think money makes people bad? Am I trying to constantly shame people who have materialistic goals? Because if you do, you're cutting yourself away from that energy of Lakshmi, okay? That brings me back to that lotus energy. If you think at any part of your mind that people with money are mean people, bad people, all of them, and you know, there's no need, yes, you shouldn't get proud, or you shouldn't be treating people bad because you're rich, but you need to acknowledge the journey that you've made. You need to let other people celebrate their success. That's a word of caution for you, pile number one. If you see somebody else celebrating their success, their happiness, their goals, whether on social media or in person, and you have a feeling of envy, jealousy, or you're shaming them or you're condescending them, be careful. Call yourself out of it, because you are also blocking your own abundance then. Rather, stand up and applause for them. This is a year for you, pile number one, to show your community that you can be truly happy for somebody else winning. You can be truly joyous for somebody else is getting their thing done. And when the more you do that, you'll see that your pathway clears. The more you do that, more people will want to come in and connect with you. Traveling will be tremendously beneficial for you in all aspects of career prospects. So don't, as much as possible, try to engage with people from different communities, okay? I think I did give that message pretty clear and strong, but it's coming in again, so I'll say that again. Be mindful of impulsive and manipulative people. People who say one thing today, then flip over and say something tomorrow. There's an energy of unreliability around you, which you need to be cautioned against, and careful of that, okay? I'm trying to think, should I give the remedies first, or should we take your fortune cookies card? If you've so far liked what I've said and it's kind of resonating with how your 2024 has started off, with the goals you have in mind or the self-worth issues that you've so far felt, I want you guys to leave me a boat in the emoji section. It tells me that you've picked pile number one, tells other people they're not in this journey alone. So connect with that content and leave me a boat emoji. Also from, let's talk about remedies first. I want you guys to start chanting to any deity, and I don't want to precise one deity. You could be like somebody who's not, whichever religion you follow, you could be not religious and spiritual. At least listen to chants on every Thursday and on every Saturday, okay? Any form of a chant, preferably either before you go to bed or right after you wake up. So before you're winding down and you're getting up, listen to some chants. It'll kind of get you aligned. Wear a black tourmaline, or keep a black tourmaline with you. You do need that energetic protection. That's the second remedy I'll suggest, pile number ones. Do not speak or share any kind of an investment or any kind of a job change or any kind of a career prospect that you're getting with anybody else apart from the guru or the mentor you believe in, not even your closest family members, not even people you truly, especially not your family members. I don't know why it's coming in very strong for you, but it's almost like somebody in your close family. For some of you, this could be a spouse. For some of you, this could be a parent. Does not really want you to follow your heart, okay? And I know it's a triggering message, but I have to read the card. Somebody in your close circle, your family, especially your family, does not want you to evolve because it makes them scared. It scares them as to something about their self-worth, something about where they want to be in life, and they want to hold you back. So if whatever opportunities come in, and there will be a lot of opportunities for you, lovers gives you options, lovers give you choices, okay? Make up your own mind, consult with an expert, don't doubt your self-worth, and don't share it with anyone until the project is done, until you've achieved success, okay? For those of you who are in the field of sports, for those of you who are in this field, like I said, any competitive exams, this is a spread which is very good for these people in sports, people in stock market, people anything got to do with real estate. You guys will gain in this year, okay? And patience is really, really important for you, pile number one. Don't get frustrated. Don't let your past trauma kick in for you, okay? Let's see what your fortune cookie wants to tell us. I hope by now you have left me, okay? We have the first one, declutter. Declutter your space. Let go of correspondence, objects, and people you no longer want. We're going back to that past message. Remember, I said don't let anything that reminds you of your past or anything that you no longer need be around you. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. I think you're going to see the true face of someone in your close family. Like I said, that they don't want you to grow, they don't want you to evolve, and it's time to ignore that or avoid it. Challenges. Take time out from problems or conflicts. Approach softly to avoid making matters worse. This is a year when it's got a lot to do with mind over matter. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We have the Seven of Wands, which means people will try to fight you. We have the Three of Swords, which means you're still healing from a betrayal, from a fear, which means it is a challenging year. And every year I feel has its own set of challenges. This is a year where you need to approach things from the place of, I'm going to heal, I'm going to disengage from people who are not seeing the vision that I hold, and I'm going to continue believing in my own self even when I see others don't. Wisdom. To focus on the past. I mean, you can't make this up. I love when I shuffle on camera and the things kind of you've discussed shows up again. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person. We talked about the very first thing. Take blessings from your elders when you wake up in the day. Will allow you to move on. We'll take one more card, please, Spirit, and see what comes up for pile number 1 for their career, money, finances. Okay, sexuality. Existing relationships could find a new passion and heightened sexual attractions. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong, but if single, beware of temptation that could lead to trouble. A child could bring you great joy. This reminds me to ask you to watch that relationships reading. This is overall not a wonderful year for anybody to get married. I mean, of course, if you're already set, I mean, if you can't postpone it, that's okay. But take your time to know people. Take your time to know their intentions. Avoid any kind of a new relationship, especially at a workplace. That may actually have an impact on your reputation or, defocus you. If nothing else, it will just get you off the clarity that you have in your mind as to where you're going. I have loved reading your career, money, finances read. As always, I'm wishing you all the success and happiness. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you've liked this video. Goes a long way for me, tells other people you like the content and shares it with people who would also gain from it. Until then, next time, bye-bye. Hello and welcome, pile number 2s. Of course, if you've skipped the introduction, I first want to talk about the astrological aspects of this. This is a year when Jupiter will move into Taurus somewhere around May and June, and Pluto has just moved into Aquarius. These outer planets have a strong influence on, of course, our lives as well as our government, our countries, larger economic systems. With both moving into fixed signs, this is a year wherein a lot of completions can happen for all of us, okay? Past projects getting completed, things that have been on a pattern for about years and years, 15, 20 years will get completed. Jupiter in Taurus also talks about learning, financial well-being, financial good habits for the long term, changing your financial habits for the long term. You've also picked Ganga, which is all about purification, which is all about renouncing your sins, which is all about making a fresh start from the lens of you're done with the past and you're in with the new. Okay, that is the mindset with which you should approach. We do have that river energy. I love this card's artwork. Look at that. We have a crocodile that she's sitting at. I hope you can see that. She's holding a lotus. There's a river flowing, and it is Ganges River. Some of you may visit the Ganga River. Some of you may have started, high five if you did, with the year by visiting the Ganges, and you will tremendously benefit by perhaps taking a bath at the Ganges, by just being near the Ganges. It will help you cleanse away, clear away a lot of your past life karma, a lot of known or unknown sins. So yeah, the energy of Ganges or rivers coming in. Of course, if you can't get to the Ganges or the Ganga, any river, any heavenly body, okay, of water, for purification, for letting things flow, and remembering that money comes in, money goes out. Don't get hyper attached to it. Yes, it's an important means of survival. Yes, it makes us feel safe, but don't get hyper attached with money, okay? Ganga is also a lot to do with self-control. Are you being because she had the ability, her force is so strong that she had the ability to destroy the whole India with the flood and all of that, but she holds back that power. Shiva holds back that power. The Ganga energy also makes me tell you that this is a year wherein if you're connected to Shivlings or you're connected to Lord Shiva, praying to him, listening to his chants will tremendously help you, pile number 2s, okay? So self-control, self-controls when it comes to not overspending and things that you need, that you don't really need and are just, random impulsive, I can't talk, impulses. Be mindful of that. Yes, of course, you can have fun here and there, but be mindful of impulsive, excessive spends with zero self-control. We're looking at what blessings first come in. Let's talk about that. Purification from sin, pacification of worldly desires, liberation at the time of death, remedy for physical diseases. Beautiful. Some of you who are in the field of medical science in any phase, like med devices, medical science, doctor, chemist, anything related to health and wellness. This could also be yoga. This could also be alternative healing. Those kind of businesses will flourish this year. Those kind Ayurveda, those kind of things will flourish. If you've been thinking about connecting with these energies, if you've been thinking about investing money in these things, go for it. It will help you prosper slowly and gradually. Though remember, Saturn is a year. Saturn year does not give us benefits on the get-go. It actually makes us put the right seeds, put in the hard work, put in the due diligence in order for us to gain something that is needed. This is also a year, I know we're doing a career reading, but it comes up. This is a year wherein you're being asked to look at your health. No amount of money, no amount of wealth is going to make any sense if you can't, if you can't enjoy it. Are you cleaning okay? Are you sleeping right? Are you overworking yourself? These are some questions that your mind will ask, that your body will ask you to question and take care of your physical health. Okay, that's very, very important. Also, this is a year wherein, funny, and we'll see how the cards come up, you may gain a lot of money, you may have money, but suddenly you'll reach a place wherein you'd realize it's no longer about the designation I have. It is no longer about the car I drive. You will start seeking, and remember, we're talking about prosperity and abundance, right? And abundance is an energy, and abundance is a frequency that one has to feel. And you'll start feeling abundant before even abundance comes into your life. You may start feeling content with what you have. You have that energy. We humans constantly want the next big thing, the next big target. This may be a year wherein you're actually learning the beauty of slow living, of slowing down, of reminding yourself that, I have enough. It's funny, just last night I wanted to update my WhatsApp status, and I randomly had this quote come in, and that's what I've put in, and I want to share that with you. It's a Hindi quote that says, "Jo prapt hai, wo paryapt hai." Whatever I have is enough, and that is what I deserved. You'll get to that energy of gratitude. You'll get to that energy of wherein you start seeing that even if something didn't work out for you, even that was a blessing. Even if somewhere you got a rejection, even that was a blessing. That I'm not saying that it's not toxic positivity in the sense of, oh, it's okay, whatever, didn't work out. But it's more like you start saying that whatever is meant for you will come its way, and no amount of success, no amount of money is going to be able to fill in your life with contentment. Contentment comes from passion. Contentment comes from creation. Okay, let's dive into your oracle cards and see what shows up. We have energetic clearing. Wow, look at that powerful drawing. The energy of Kali you may be drawn to. We have two divine feminine goddesses showing up. So one message very clear, you may want to connect yourself with the divine feminine goddesses, whichever one you connect with. Kali is the energy of, again, cleansing, purifying, doing away with negativity away in your life, doing away with negative money blockages, anything that holds you back, anyone who has set an evil eye on you. This is another message. If you feel that, I don't know why I get so many obstacles. I don't know why I get unwell right before that big meeting. Connect with the energy of Kali. And she will help you, protect you from all the negativity, okay? I'm feeling very strongly pulled to this energy of Kali. And yeah, some of you may be big devotees of her, or some of you may be dreamings of her, or she may come in your dreams and have messages for you guys, okay? Let go of fear. Let go of attachment. Fear of losing money will get you loss, okay? So if you have the confidence, I've recently read this and I want to share this with you. Dumb enough to dream big and smart enough to get it done, okay? I really like that, so I'm going to share that. Dumb enough to believe that I can do crazy big things, and I'm smart enough to know that I am going to get it done, okay? So don't be fearful. This, I know I'm going to give a reverse to what I've said, the other piles, and overall, But this is a year for you to challenge your fears. What is your fear about? Root chakra healing is going to be tremendously beneficial for you, pile number ones. Listening to the Bij mantra. Root chakra is connected to our sense of safety, our sense of belonging, money issues with debt. So clearing out and balancing your root chakra will be your biggest remedy. I mean, you know, I said I'm going to give remedies at the end, but yours is like flowing all together. Chakra cleansing and chakra balancing, I think I tapped into it, and challenging every fearful thing. If you've been always scared about investing in a sector, maybe this is a year you do your due diligence. Go small, but try it. Okay, maybe you've always been scared to get out of your own, in whatever shape, there's a comfort zone that holds you because you're attached to it. This is a year to take those risks. Okay, we just talked about loss. Sometimes you learn the true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the egos. This is a year wherein I will tell you, pile number twos, can you allow yourself to know, if I tell you at the very start of the year, okay, let's talk it right there. If I tell you that whatever you do in this year, even if you incur a loss, even if something goes wrong, even if you lose money, it will come back to you in tenfolds, which means there's no wrong road. There is no bad decision. There is no, it's just your ego that wants you to always look like you can't mess up. Okay, and I have it in me. I understand that really well. I'm a Libra, and we take a long time to make decisions because we're so scared of making the wrong one. It's a constant reminder to self that I'm needed. So I'm giving you that message as well. There's no wrong journey. There's just no wrong turn that is irrevocable as a consequence. So if God comes in and tells you that you're going to get to that throne in 6 years, so just go do whatever you want to do, will you still be scared of making certain decisions? Will you still be scared of being a mockery to somebody else? Okay, don't be scared of getting embarrassed. Don't be scared of losses, because even those losses are leading you to somewhere. I'm not saying go do foolhardy things, but be brave. This is a year to be brave. This is a year to cut away also from anybody who's a naysayer. Okay, who tells you that you always have to be a 10 on 10, who tells you or makes you feel like there's no space for you to make mistakes. And most of us, this is not other people, this is always us. Right? We know it. It's not others. It is us who's scared of what others will think, and that keeps us back from the ability to flow. We have intuition. Wow. Each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating is it how liberating to listen inside and sense movement to movement what's needed. Some of you are going to tap into a very psychic connection with Kali. Kali does rule Tantra and everything related to magic. So some of you may actually not only get done with evil eye and any kind of a negativity that has become an obstacle to you, you will intuitively feel very connected and drawn and have your own channel energies. I know some of my tarot readers friends also listen to this. So this is a year wherein spiritual businesses will flourish. I already mentioned that health and spirituality and wellness will be a key focus. You listen to your intuition if you're drawn to it. If you've always thought about learning Reiki healing, if you've always thought about learning pranic healing, this is a year to go for it. Anytime you are listening to a conversation, anytime you're having a career opportunity show up, listen to that silent intuitive voice. Even if the numbers don't match up, even if everybody else is telling you no, this is going to go down a loss, if you believe in it, if you're intuitively connected to it, I'm going to give you that green signal some of you needed. Just simply deep dive and go for it. You are divinely protected. I want you guys to claim this message, pile number twos. Your money, your prosperity, your financial well-being is protected by Goddess Kali. Okay, so nobody can. She's the most fiercest one. Okay, when you know that you're that divinely protected, you should not allow anybody to question or challenge your knowing. This is a wonderful year for anybody also in any form of a creative field. When it just comes out of your heart and you write. So this could be writers, singers, dancers. Creativity is, a long list of professions. So if you are in a creative field, don't be scared of losses. Go for it. Okay. Let's see what Tarot has to say. 5 of Cups reversed. Love this card in reverse. This card upright talks about disappointments, about things not going your way. When in reverse, it asks us to question, are you truly still holding on to that 2 cups that you didn't get But can't you see the 3 cups that you have? Some of you may even get a reattempt at something. So let's say 7 years ago, something didn't go your way, you didn't clear an interview, you didn't get an opportunity. It's going to come back, and what disappointed you will now no longer be a disappointment. Some of you may even, something else, as a second option could be, you invest in something that doesn't work out, you take up a job and that doesn't really show up, and you feel like, oh, I'm disappointed, I thought this was going to be so cool. And then suddenly the next one, just because that didn't work out, you got connected to 3 people at that workplace and they lead you to something even bigger. Those are the kind of things I'm talking about. Magic happens when you allow yourself to feel your emotions, but not sit and dwell in your emotions, okay? Don't keep sitting and dwelling on what didn't work out. Be brave, take that next move, okay? 10 of Swords reversed, the worst is, 10 of Swords upright, the worst is over. Look at this card. This card talks about, and Swords is always in the mind. If you've been dealing with mental health issues for some of you, which has been the reason wherein a lot, or any kind of a physical ailment as well, wherein you've been having to pay a lot of money, or somebody in your family, hospital charges are immense, right? That is done. You're no longer having to, this year, battle with money going into health issues, or some of you have had terrible back pain. This is also a card, by the way, that cautions you against posture. Health is repeatedly coming up for you, pile number 2s. But look at him. Help is here. He's not dead. Okay, by the way, it looks, in this card, it looks like as if he's actually now got help. The 10 of Swords is a card in the Rider's Waite, where 10 swords have been put at the back of a man, and this is after tarot. So this is one moment after. Help has arrived for you, okay? Some of you have been struggling for more than a decade. Reminds me of Pluto in Capricorn. And you've been waiting for somebody to come in and support you, waiting for help to come in. This year, you get that much needed financial help and support that for some of you have been looking for. Look at that, a new start. Ace of Pentacles. If you've been planning to start your own business, don't let loss or fear of loss or attachment to success hold you back. If you are a startup entrepreneur watching this reading and still thinking about, am I ready to go? Yes, you are. Especially after the month of May. Yes, you are. Okay. This also talks about opening the pathway, planting the seed and let it grow. Okay. You're going to get great ideas this year, intuitively, energetically. Write it down, pile number 2. Okay. Writing is going to be very, very strong for pile number 2s. So write out your ideas. Hierophant, look at that. Authority figures will support you. Okay. So if you want a bank loan approval done, if you want a blessings of a guru, you will get it. And some of you may also be getting into some sort of a traditional business system. I don't know, it's traditional, by that I mean like steel or manufacturing or gold, real estate, okay? Businesses that have been into play for many, many years, unlike like an e-commerce. So even this, I'm not a financial expert, remember, consult a financial expert, but overall what the card talks about is investing in things that are tried and tested. This is a year to invest in silver, in gold, in real estate, instead of like, I don't know, bitcoins. Okay, that's relatively new, right? Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Love this card. This talks about, look at that, they have a church, but help is not, they're not opening the door. So they're, one man doesn't have a feet. Again, brings me back to that Saturn's message. This is a year, pile number 2s. Everybody as a collective will benefit by helping those who are poor, who are needy, give them clothes, give them shelter, give them money. It will come back to you in tenfolds. So of course, don't do charity in order for you to gain something. That's not the point. But I'm saying giving back and helping others will also invite help into your life. Get away from the lack mindset that is repeatedly coming in. You guys have we have 2 5s which talk about change. In fact, we have 3 5s. Some of you could be seeing the number 555 as an angel number, which all talks about change, taking that due action that is needed in order for you to get to your destined path. Don't allow that lack mindset, past disappointment, fear of losses to hold you back. Okay, because if you don't, you have an opportunity to start something lifelong and something that will grow into something big. Okay, we have the World reversed. I strongly feel for you guys, pile number 2, a lost opportunity is returning. World upright talks about completing something. World reverse is an opportunity, a second chance, something coming back. Something you wanted to do but couldn't. Either maybe you were really young, you didn't have the resources, you didn't have money, you didn't have the knowledge. Something of that sort which you couldn't do before, you would be able to do now. This is not a year though. I would suggest this pile to get into like a complete new, quitting your entire industry and moving to a new one. go slow, but start making that move, start making that transition, because by 2025, that seems to be more your year, okay? This year for you, pile number 2, seems like the setting stone, seems like clearing away of the past, seems like being brave and taking those first moves, and a second opportunity returning, you're giving it your due time, and then something blossoming in the year 2025, okay? We have 4 of Cups reversed. Do not settle for something less just because you got bored, just because you lost patience, just because you thought that you're not going to get what you want. Say yes to things that excite you. Say yes to things that make you happy. But remember, there's a difference in things that excite you versus things you're just, sometimes we say no to things because we're too scared. So where anytime you're saying no to an opportunity, a conversation, is this coming from a place of genuine disinterest, or is this coming from a place of because you don't believe in yourself? That's a question to ask yourself. Lastly, we have the Queen of Cups, healing, nurturing, taking care of your mind, body, spirit. Again, a very strong feminine energy. It's very funny though, some of you could marry somebody at your workplace. It showed up. So I'm telling you, Hierophant can sometimes indicate marriage, and that marriage can come from somebody you work with, or you get to know somebody through your workplace, okay? Queen of Cups talks about filling your own cup first and nurturing everybody around you. Some of you have had terrible financial experiences or terrible setbacks professionally, not only because you were meant to experience it, but your journey, your process of how you came from there till here is going to help other people as well. It's going to be that story of inspiration. If you didn't go through that, what are you going to inspire people with? So a lot of you, or people will follow you, will connect with you because they know that you have had the experience of coming out of something which was terrible once upon a time, and you surprise people with it. People want to know how you managed to do it. Queen of Cups is also, again, very artistic, very intuitive. So let your divine feminine energy, and I'm not talking to a woman here, I'm talking to men and women both. There's a divine feminine energy in us which doesn't question our intuition, which doesn't question to help others, which doesn't distrust, which wants to give love, spread love, is love, but also knows her healthy boundaries. So Kali and Ganga and Queen of Cups coming in together is that combination that says, nurture people. If you have something good to share, share it. If you can see something good in another person, compliment them. Complimenting your bosses, again, one thing, flattery works, okay? And genuine flattery works. I'm not saying that cook up things to make people happy, but flattery will work for you. People may also come up and give you, if you're also, I forgot, in artistic creations, social media is another platform which is a lot to do with creativity, right? So if you've been thinking about starting something on social media or connecting to more people who are like-minded, that will work out for you beautifully, okay? Be mindful of a particular foreign trip or a trip abroad wherein you can feel like you may get unwell while you're traveling abroad for work or something. So take due medical support with you. I'm not saying don't go for it. Just take enough medications with you. Just keep your doctor's number handy. There's something that may come up while you're on a work travel and you may need support from someone else, okay? Let me see if I've missed anything before we get into your fortune cookies. If you've liked and resonated with everything that I've shared with you so much so far, I want you to leave me, apart from that, I am divinely protected. I hope you've typed it. I want you guys to leave me a crocodile emoji, okay? I'm connecting very strongly with that crocodile. Be mindful of people who cry crocodile tears around you as well, by the way, pile number 2. Sometimes some people like to stay the victim of their story. Okay, sometimes people just want to tell you, woe is me. Make sure you're not becoming the victim of your own story. You're not narrating the past over and over again, and you don't allow other people's negativity and other people's victim mindset to hold you back from the goals that you have. Just started shuffling and that fell off, so I'm going to show you that. Sunshine. The sun is shining on your career and business growth. Fabulous communications in relationship. Queen of Cups is also very intuitive to know how to present what she wants to say. This is another thing about your career, finances, and your professional goals. If you don't know how to ask for something in a way that people will want to say yes to you, then you're just making more troubles, right? This is a year wherein you can tap in and say things in a way because you intuitively know this is what will work for this person. Okay, that's that answer here. I'm surely seeing a second chance at something for you, pile number 2s. That's for sure. Let's see what else comes in for the year 2024. My God, you can't cook this up. That one was shuffled prior. This one flipped. Here you go, intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn new skill, change careers, or invest money. This also again brings me back to don't stop your learning. Okay, you may want to sign up for a higher education. You may want to go ahead and learn something. Okay, another message here. Sorry, the camera had moved. Okay, another message here is to remember that also taking some of you may go for a spiritual pilgrimage, or I don't know what it's called in English. You know, when you take like a proper course from a spiritual guru and then you start chanting those mantras, that can also happen for you guys. Okay, yeah, in every form and shape, trust your intuition. That's come up twice and that doesn't come out of nowhere. Okay, so if you're not in for something, don't, I mean, I'm not taking that because I think that was flipped from pile number 1. Let's see. Hold on, some cards are flipped here. Okay, this one came out. Society. Say yes to all wonderful invitations coming your way. Spiritual functions, weddings, networking events. Go for it, okay? Networking opportunities and new love interests for singles will be result. I think I did say that, right? Some of you may get a life partner or may marry somebody through a work event, okay? So if you are at that stage of life, go for it. Okay, one last card. We have commitment. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. I mean, this wasn't a love reading, but it does have it's given us indications of your romantic life. So yes, you may find love, you may also get committed. Also, some of you may be getting into a partnership of long term. You know, you may be signing something that kind of commits you to a business for 5 years, 6 years. Do your due diligence. Again, trust your intuition. But if you intuitively feel this is my place, this is where I belong, commit to it. Don't hold back. Don't let your fears hold you back. Don't let your, you know, that inner voice in us which says, am I really ready? Can I really do it? Yes, you're ready. Yes, you can do it. And go for it. You have people who are going to come in and support you and help you. Look at that man being carried by 2 other people. Some of you will make some great friends also through your professional endeavors. Yeah, so overall, if you just allow yourself to not let the fear of loss, fear of losing money hold you back, this is a tremendously beautiful year for you, pile number 2s. I'm very happy I picked this. I hope you are as well. Do leave me the crocodile emoji as well. Tells me that you've picked this pile. If you've loved this reading, I think I've kind of covered a lot of remedies for you already. Let me see if I'm missing out on any other remedy I want to suggest as a general thing. Again, like said, connecting to Kali, connecting to goddess energy. Fridays, if you could fast on a Friday, or if you could wear the color pink on a Friday, pinks and purples would be the colors for you to go with, pile number 2s. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I've loved reading this for you as always. Don't miss out on the relationships reading because I clearly see you need to listen to that for 2024. I will link that for you in the cards section below. And I'll see you until next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome. Pile number 3 is last but not the least. I have a feeling some of you have come from pile number 2s, and high five if you have. I was drawn to 2 and 3 both. If you want, that's okay. We'll see how 3 comes up. Talking a little bit about astrology. Pluto has moved into Aquarius when I make this reading. Pluto rules the planet of power, governance, power, transformation, death, destruction. Aquarius is all about the masses, humanitarian causes, common man. This is a year wherein you are being pushed, asked, nudged to be as authentic as possible when it comes to things you love, where your heart is, and that is what is going to make you money. Okay, again, Pluto in Aquarius talks about giving back to the community. I've said it in every pile and I'm repeating it like a broken record. If any year more than now is a year to get connected to philanthropy, find a cause that you connect with and give it back. Give it with all your heart and love. Okay, Jupiter will move into the planet of Taurus somewhere around May or June, which would be a wonderful transit when it comes to doing things or gaining things for the long term, whether it's knowledge about finances, whether it's financial education, or whether it's gaining something like a home or a house, which is more like a long-term investment. All of those things can play out for you, pile number 1, okay? Sorry, 3. I don't know why I said 1. Talking about Hanuman, who doesn't know him, he is the monkey god, as that's how he's known in the West. Lord Hanuman is linked with the planet Mars. So ambition, action, the ability to have the physical stamina and strength to get things done. This is again a pile which I strongly feel connected with people who are linked with physical sports, gym, yoga, anything to do with physical aspects will flourish. I also see the beautiful Ram Sita in his heart, which is all about love, divine love, surrender, listening to Hanuman Chalisa. I mean, come on, you can't look at Hanuman and not give the very first remedy to be Tuesdays, Hanuman Chalisa 7 times. That's your biggest remedy. Will clear out all your obstacles, especially Tuesdays and Saturdays. Okay, it is a year of the Saturn, so you're being asked and reminded to connect with the energy of Hanuman. Some of you may also want to visit. That actually makes me curious though. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'm going to Google it right after this video. Which are the most famous Hanuman temples or the most divine Hanuman temples? If you know, I know some of them, but I just can't remember from the top of my mind. Some of you may want to visit. Some of you may have even visited, or you've been drawn to that energy of Hanuman if you've never connected. Let's see what the blessings are here. Capacity to persevere. Okay, pressure will rise and you have the ability to persevere. Physical strength, fighting ability, superhuman power to accomplish acts of service. Acts of service. Remember, you would be the source through which the divine will help larger community. So feel blessed, act on it, do more. You will somehow feel also more energetic this year because, you know, it's a career reading. So of course your mental strength, your focus, your physical stamina does matter. Ability to increase one's attitude of love in performing selfless service. Love this. He's a leader, but he's a leader who did not ever have, he's so simple, right? The energy of Hanuman is devoted, right? He gives all his credit to his Lord, and that's that energy to tap into even as a leader. Some of you may also get, of course, promoted, but it's about leading with humility, leading with selfless service. Let's look at this. Faith repeatedly comes back. You will find your faith, and I know we're talking about abundance, prosperity, money, but before all of that comes our connection to why do I even want it? You will find projects that you have true believe in. You believe in it and you see it through. You believe in it, so you donate to that cause. You believe in it, so you start that project and other people start coming up to you, okay? Delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. Be mindful of any kind of a... some of you may lose some money because someone, you know, those, every industry, every sector has frauds, okay? Like I was saying in the intro, don't give money to people who come asking, soliciting you a reading. Before you reach out to an astrologer or a guru, be mindful that you've done your due check, or probably just avoid them this year, because somebody may take away money and fool you from your faith, you know, taking away money in the name of, oh, I'll get a havan done or a puja done, and, you know, these big rituals done, and then really just asking you for an obnoxious amount of money, and then you lose a lot of money. Be mindful of that. Look at the energy of love and faith come in a professional reading, in a reading of career, money, finances. This is all about your heart space, your heart chakra. Loving your work, having faith in your work, doing it from the space of surrendering that every day. I strongly believe this, and I'm very passionate while I say that. In the world that we live in, every act that we do, how we do it is what spirituality and divination is to me. So what I mean by that is, when I'm making an email, if I'm doing it with all my integrity, if I'm doing it with all my focus, if I'm doing it with the intent of making the best out of that email, I'm just giving a simple example, that is me connecting to God. That is me doing God's work. Work is worship, and having love, faith, connection, genuine work ethics is going to drive. Remember the year of Saturn, he does not like shortcuts, he does not like corruption, he does not like injustice. So anybody who's genuinely devoted to their work, not just thinking about what money am I going to, of course you'll get money, but instead of the focus being money, are you really in love with what you're doing? And if you're not, then stop fooling yourself, stop being delusional about it, and go look for something that you genuinely believe in. Go connect with yourself, with the organizations, the tasks, the businesses that you feel divinely connected to. This is not a year wherein you'll find peace in any form if you're cheating or lying to yourself about the work that you're doing, okay? Pile number 2's had that message, and I'm seeing that again in pile number 3, so I'm going to say that. You may find your community, your tribe, a special circle through your workplace or your workplace endeavors, or through maybe an educational program that you go through. You may also find somebody who you are romantically involved with. Both of you may have a lot of love for spirituality for you, pile number 3, okay? That is also coming in. Through your workplace as well, you may also rise in your spiritual knowledge. What do I mean by that? It's always through our day-by-day activities. It's through our day-by-day engagements with people that we understand life better, right? Nothing that we do, your 9 to 5 is not a nothing unless you see it as nothing. All of that is giving you wisdom. All of that is giving you insight into how the world runs. All of that is supposed to make you more connected to the divine. Okay, some of you will need to forgive somebody in the past or something that someone does, and if you're able to do that wholeheartedly, surrender to the God, surrender to karma, and not hold a grudge for it, you're going to be rewarded for it in some way or other. Okay, suddenly for you, pile number 3 is, even though it's the third pile, I feel a lot of energy, a lot of strength in my body, and I'm strongly connecting. I'm a clairsentient and a clairaudient. I notice how my body feels at every time. I feel energized. I want to do more things. I want to take up more work. That is what your energy is going to be. So don't short circuit yourself from multitasking. You may actually really be good at it this year. And I needed a sip of water after that. So some of you may need to drink some water as well, okay? Bhajans and chants, okay? Also another way to get into that flow, okay? Sri Yantra is a remedy that I would recommend. I would not give you a general Sri Yantra because every Sri Yantra has a specific one, but there's a Hanuman Yantra which protects and connects. I think that's safe for everybody to keep in their house, no matter what your astrological placements are. You may want to Google it, Hanuman Sri Yantra, and keep it in your house, okay? Let's see what your tarot cards have to say. 7 of Cups reversed, love this. Delusions are broken away. If you've had FOMO, let's say for 4 years you've been thinking, should I do this course? Should I go sign up for that? And you've been just in that FOMO of this or that and figuring out your way. This is a year you finally make that decision. Trust your decision and jump into it, okay? This is not a year wherein you're going to feel very confused. 7 of Cups upright is a state of confusion. You've made up your mind, go for it, okay? 7 of Swords reversed. We have 2 7s. Pile 2s, I saw 555. Pile 3s, I can say you may be seeing 777. Some of you may get very spiritually connected. 7 is a number of spirituality, of Ketu, more than money. And I don't know why 2 and 3 had this very strongly connected. You may want to look at 2. This could be a year wherein you start seeing the truth of yourself, of life, of why are you working in the space that you're working, what career goals do you have, what your genuine desires are. You know, sometimes when we're still young, and I'm saying young in the context of some people are young even at 50, until we discover why is it that we're doing something, we'll always feel lost, you know, as if somebody else is running our compass, somebody else takes care of, I don't have control over my life. This is a year wherein you gain control over your life, about your financial goals, because you have clarity, because you see the truth, because you no longer fool yourself and you don't allow other people to fool you. Delusion and the 7 of Swords reversed also talks about tricksters. Somebody may want to take money from you, somebody may want to con you, but you will see right through it, and you will be able to avoid it, okay? So which is a beautiful thing to see in a money reading, right? Somebody may attempt it though. That's the message here. 2 of Swords upright. Look at that. A decision finally has to be made. This is after tarot, and in the Rider-Waite's tarot, the 2 of Swords talks about her still deciding. You know, she's holding the 2 swords with herself. She's finally opened her blindfold, and these 2 guys are making that call for her. This is a year you make a long due decision done. Okay, you're signing something, you're finishing something, and you're taking that leap of faith. Leap of faith is the word that I was looking for. Moon, you're asking me, what is that? Okay, some of you are asking, what is that? You know, some of you know intuitively, deep down, what is that? If you don't, let the secrets unfold. Okay, there is so much than what you see at the cover. Also, this message says, if you find something of interest, let's say it could be a hobby, it could be a movie series, a documentary that you're seeing, and it intrigues you, it tickles your curiosity bone, it intuitively feels like something you want to know more about. Don't think about the time that you're going to invest in or the money that you're going to invest in it. It's going to unfold for you, okay? It has more deeper meaning. Very, very spiritually charged cards in a money reading, so that has a significance. God is leading you to something, pile number 3s, okay? You got to trust those intuitive hits. You got to trust in the love. You have to have faith in the process. Yeah, that's the word, faith in the process. Don't wait for that destination in your career or in your financial gains. Enjoy the process. And don't ask the question, why, what is going to happen, how is it going to happen? Just do that next step that seems right to you. And by the time the year ends, you would be at a better place for sure. Temperance. I'm loving this energy. 2 major arcanas here already. 8 of strength reversed. We have, look at the amount of major arcanas here. Emperor reversed, love this. And wow, pile number 3s. Oh my god, there's a workplace romance here. I have to talk about it. It's the Emperor and the Empress. Look at that. And they're reversed, so we'll talk about why they're reversed. It talks about bringing a balance in divine femininity and divine masculinity, okay? First, let's get the love part out of the way. Emperor to the Empress. Come on, you're building a kingdom with someone, okay? And for many of you, if you're not interested in love and you're like, oh my god, I came here to listen about career and money, and she started talking about love, your interests, your passion, your creativity has the ability to lead you to more money, more success, more gain. That is also an active masculine combination, right? Sometimes we believe, I love this, Ikigai, right? That's the book. I always pronounce it wrong. If you've read that book, find something you're passionate about, find something that you're good at, find something that can make you make money. And that combination, that Venn diagram, that's how you gain money. So love what you do and believe that what you love can get you the money, the success, the social fame that you want. If you're interested in love though, you will come into contact with someone who has the same goals, dreams, desires as you. You may not immediately see it, which is why it's also perhaps reversed. Both of you may be wearing a mask of ingenuity. Don't write off someone too soon, pile number 3. This could also be that you're a boss and somebody else comes into your team and instantly they don't seem very bright, they don't seem very sharp, they seem a little foggy or confused. Give them time, believe in their efforts, believe in your team, and you will see them rise to the occasion. And you may be surprised by the time it's 2 years from now that this was the same team you had questions on. I'm giving an example to kind of fit in, this can play out, of course, generally to any aspect of life. Patience is the need of the game. Balance is the need of the game. Temperance talks about balancing two varied things and making them come together and make it work. This is a year of teamwork. This is a year of connecting with people. This is a year of networking. This is a year of sharing your interest uninhibited, that feeling of saying, I want to do this and I'm excited for this, and letting people see the passion in you for the love that you hold for the work that you're creating. Self-belief. You've conquered many demons. You need to focus on the self-belief. Okay, strength reverse is cutting ourselves short because we think we are not ready for something when we truly are. Okay, Emperor reversed has a caution of warning. You will gain a lot this year if you don't try to push people from that attitude of my way or highway. If you rather show them how loving, how gentle, how creative, how much faith you hold in your ability and their ability. The ability to listen to other people's ways can also help, okay? The North Node and the South Node axis comes up with this. This is Aries, this is Libra. We have a lot of zodiac signs here, and these months and these seasons, apart from these people, could be, of course, relevant for you. So we have Libra, we have Aries, we have Leo, we have Sagittarius, we have Pisces. Okay, those significant zodiac seasons could be the time frame wherein you're seeing this unfold. Lead people with compassion. That's a message I want to give you. And when I say lead, you don't always have to be a leader by designation. Everything we say, everything we act on is a way of showing love, is a way of showing affection, right? So you can be someone who's soft and yet being heard. You can be somebody who's assertive and not aggressive in your workplace, in your career endeavors, okay? If anybody starts acting like that with you or tries to bully you into something, or you see somebody getting bullied into something, stand up for them, okay? You will get rewarded for it. We were talking about that North Node, South Node axis. This is also that Aries Libra axis movement. Check where Aries and Libra fall in your birth chart. Rahu is moved into Aries and the South Node has moved into Libra. You are going to have money this year, but it's almost like more than money, you're going to enjoy the process of coming together with different people, creating what you're creating, letting your intuition guide you to things that you love, having the patience. Temperance is also very strongly linked with the Archangel Gabriel, who's the angel of communication, okay? So again, Mercury could be very strongly coming up for you guys. How you communicate, what you write, how you say it will play a factor in how well received you are. Connect with the Archangel Gabriel. That's one remedy I can tell you. Simply close your eyes, reach out to him, tell him before an important meeting, reach out to Archangel Gabriel in your mind and say, hi, I'm just entering this, help me say the things in the right way, stand with me, connect with me, have the patience to hear other people out. A word of caution when the Emperor is reversed, you may piss off people because you simply just interrupted them at the wrong time. Okay, so mindful of interruptions, that's one thing. Pile number 3s, in your workplace, in your career endeavors, listen first and then respond, don't react. Okay, creative businesses of all form, artistic businesses which are linked with beauty or cosmetics or cosmetic surgeries or skincare, those kind of beauticians will do well. This is that spread that talks about it. Have patience though, okay? And once you make up your mind, don't let anybody else move that compass for you. Let's look at what fortune cookies want to tell you. What a beautiful, beautiful read. We have the divine feminine and masculine showing in. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Remember to take care of your body. Also remember that when the Emperor and the Empress shows up, how you show up into your meetings, what are you wearing, your external presentation also makes a difference. So be mindful of that. People make those emotional connections with what they see you wearing as well, okay? If you've so far resonated with this reading and I've kind of helped you, I want you guys to leave me for this pile. I will go with, wow, I'm actually seeing so many symbols. I'm just trying to figure out which one do I want to feel connected to say that to you. If you've connected with this reading, do leave me a moon emoji. Let your intuition guide you. Leave me a moon emoji. Tells me you've picked pile 3. Of course, chanting Hanuman mantra and connecting with the energy of Hanuman will also tremendously help you. Or if you're feeling more connected to the energy of dove, dove is all about love, the bird dove, you can also leave me that emoji, okay? Let's see what fortune cookies want to tell you for 2024, career, money, finances, and your abundance, okay? I mean, you can't have any more love coming. Pile number 3s, okay? Love is in the air, a great time for commitment and taking relationship to the next stage. Some of you may, of course, get married this year, which is also why you may be in that, that honeymoon phase. Some of you may find love through your career. A property purchase or sale for many, but heed security concerns in any transactions. Brings me back to the 7 of Swords. Read through the fine lines. Do your due diligence, okay? Difficult times. Be on your guard against chaos as unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval are foretold, okay? I strongly see in this year, there could be something at your workplace, at your career, or at your professional aspect where other people are feeling very chaotic, okay? And they're feeling like, that's when somebody steps in and be a leader, where everybody is going through their own thing. Everybody is in their own silo. And you come in and you step in with a lot of gentleness, a lot of love, a lot of compassion, and you hear people out and you bring people together and you lead from that place of love, okay? Leading with compassion is again strongly coming in for you. We have that last fortune cookie. Came up for pile number 2s as well. I will strongly recommend 3s to listen to 2. And if you're coming from 2, I mean, you got to tell me how beautifully you saw these 2 connected. Trust your intuition. It is a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Don't stop constantly evolving and learning and picking up and having that leader's mindset. Even if you get a promotion, even if you get a good hike, stay humble. That's something I'm going to repeatedly tell you. Pile number 3s, Saturn loves people who are humble. This is a year governed by Saturn. Absolutely love doing this. I'm leaving this reading with so much energy, so I'm excited to know who my pile 3s are. Do leave me those emojis that tells me who's picked what. Don't miss out on the other 2 parts of the reading for the year 2024. I'll link that for you in the description box below. Until next time, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.